In fact, in some societies, they are telling people to reduce meat consumption.
Is it right really? Like to stop meat consumption, according to you? Abakwanka abahuliriza nibenda kwayo nabo nkabo enchwa mweyawo bagire no, we can't stop eating what? Meat, because they like it so much. Actually, habujenyi no shanga yente, and it is the niyo obanchi gambe nachi niye nyama ibali korachi. So
in the process mundia yente hamwe ntama erugasa erugamu embi muno yegena nesisaki nesisa nereta heat moons and so even our president said
economic activity of Ankole is coming to an end. So should we say like that? Our president is a Munyankole, not so
true.
Entenizisibukanka. And so ni habwenchi nibaza kuzitunga because they are the people with them and is the person to the company
and it is even
so I'm wondering how
the ruminant animals, these ones that have 4 chambers, in the process of digesting their food, they release a lot of gases that come and go up, and at the end of the day they attract a lot of heat from the sun.
So today we happen to get one of our visitors and he's going to talk about climate. So listen to him and we should all learn from there. Nitwetanga abantu twena abayagire n'abatayagire tumanye how meat consumption is related to climate change. So omjanyi wetu naza kubona yanjura Haricon TV then atuhereze entanda eyaija atusibirire hakiro kyerizoba.
I'm very grateful to be here and I thank you for hosting me at Lincoln TV. My name is Busobozi Moses, a Ugandan, and we are here briefly to talk about climate change. Isn't so?
Yes.
The issue of climate change is not new. We are feeling it and we are even looking at it. The world is becoming warmer and warmer.
Yes.
And it is not indicated by only that. Even you are looking at things like floods, rising sea levels, and too much heat, changing seasons. All that is part of climate change.
Yes, but we have been hearing about climate changes. There are so many factors that have caused that. We have been hearing about deforestation, bush burning. There are very, very many. Swamp reclamation. So, but there is one factor that we have been hearing, but as we people, we don't really understand. We don't know about it actually, about like meat consumption. So we are like, how meat consumption can lead to climate change?
Okay, indeed, as you have said, that climate change is something that is too big. Before we discuss about that particular, how is meat consumption really? Meat consumption is related to climate change. Climate change is all about the world becoming hotter and hotter, warm and warmer.
Yes.
Yes, and people are feeling that. Even these days, people will tell you that there is a lot of heat. Actually, that is at some extent related to eating meat. In fact, in some societies, they are telling people to reduce meat consumption. But before we look at how is it related, we need to first ask questions. Where does meat come from? And are we talking about all types of meat? Okay? So, with the climate change, we look at gases. In fact, we call them greenhouse gases that move up. And these green gases attract heat from the sun and don't allow this, the heat to go back to the sun, and instead it comes back on the earth. So those green gases, one of the examples, we have methane, we have carbon dioxide, there are many, we have ozone, we have nitrous oxide. Those are some of the gases that that go up there that we call the greenhouse gases.
Yes.
And these gases, especially the methane, is produced by cows and lamb or sheep. How? You know that the ruminant animals, these ones that have 4 chambers, in the process of digesting their food, they release a lot of gases that come and go up, and at the end of the day they attract a lot of heat from the sun. So in actual sense, if we want to know how meat is connected to climate change, we need to understand that here we are specifically talking about meat from cows and meat from lamb, mutton,
Yes.
and beef.
Yeah, actually that's what we want to understand today.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, after knowing that meat, beef, and mutton come from cows, actually, if you are eating meat, if you are eating mutton, you are eating beef, you are encouraging farmers to grow cows. You are encouraging farmers to rear sheep. So, as you encourage them, because there is already a market for you people who are eating meat, and you encourage them to do so. So in the process of these animals digesting their food, they release methane. Methane is one of the greenhouse gases that will always go in air, in the atmosphere. And at the end of the day, they attract heat. And this thing is very serious because the greenhouse that goes up is contributed by these animals by 14.5% of these gases that go up. Therefore, if we reduce eating meat, then that one indirectly we shall be telling people, please stop rearing cattle, stop rearing what? Sheep. Then people will say, what about now we people who eat meat? What are we going to do? As meat is a source of protein, we have other sources of proteins other than meat, beef and sheep, mutton. For example, we have lean protein. This comes from vegetables. We have from chicken. We have from specifically from white meat. So we can resort to that and leave taking this beef from cows and sheep. So that is how they are connected. So methane is the big problem, and this methane is the green gas that is produced by these animals in the process of digesting their food.
So egi programu naetechebwa mesente aba forest based gardens kandi hamwe na mukuru wabo obanka manager Robert Samona. So akafanika ronji nitubasa kwatira nko mukoro in case yabo ine omukoro gwena graduation party, wedding ceremony, everything that is related to that. No basa kujoka bookinga this place because it is so good. There is customer care, there are certain things that are not seen somewhere else, but here, trust me, in case you come here or you pay a visit on Forest Base Garden, you'll find very many attractive things. So come and support him because he also supports Rincon TV, some of the programs. Find him on his contact, and it is 0782 89 29 then 79 0 mushanju munana ibiri chinana na mwenda abiri na mwenda nshanju na mwenda. Okay, so thank you very much for telling us. Many people may not understand this, but it's going to believe at least mix with another language.
Okay, abahuliriza tukubaza impinda henduka yobwire titugibaliza hara tubagitugambira oyiroho iti twenkantu gihura obutagasi bukanyire amaizi heat nyingi biro bino season zihindukire omusana mwingi season nziguma kupima okubokya giroti eitwa manyine ngo yali yokubyara okusanga omusana boni gujwa ya harvest enjora ni bwe kugwa. So egi yona ikulekwa kumpinda hinduka emijuzo mugihulire bisaro bikuchweka egi eno akabonerwa akakurorwaho ngwe climate yakozireki obembera yobwire limo nehinduka so kimu hali ebyo ebingi ekikuleta empinda hinduka yobwire kiri kuli enyama eyekurwa omunte hamu n'omuntama
so hata abawiza nibetaga kumanya enyama neretereta
enyama ogumanyire
empinduka yobwire
enyama tugire enyama yebika bingi this time tukubaza enyama eyekurwa omunte n'omuntama so tutakahikira kubaza enyama eresereta tune kusoka kumanya enyama erugaha enyama eruga munte bifa tukubazaho hamu n'omuntama
yes
entama hamu nente obuzibanzirya hizo zigira ende ina habo kubazirya ebyokulya nzongenzi bigarayo nzongeranzi bigara so mumberezo obuzibanzirya aruho gas obo ruoya oruruga munda yazoru nduija ndugenda nkaha haiguru oroyo rutotire methane oroyo ruhika mwanya oru rusika heat kuruga mu haizoba heat yege oboija ekajya mu ruoyo oroyo ruturikiriza heat egarukeyo hatija buija nkaha hansi so obokuba noli enyama nikiba eyente na munumuna hamune yentama nikiba nikimanyisa okuba no sagika oba noteka hakatali nikwa abantu beyongere muno kukoraki kusibikente hamune yentama betukane entama ezo omundu yazo nazo kubaho kwazo nikuletereza ki empinda hinduka yobwiri.
Okay, thank you very much. Before, there are several countries that are really decampaigning meat consumption. Yani manya okakihuraho some good years back. One of those countries, we have Germany, Sweden. There are very many that are decampaigning that. So they are coming out to say that meat consumption should be stopped. But according to you, the way you're saying this, is it really going to happen? To work in Uganda, because specifically now we are in Uganda. So how is it going to be? Much as even in Uganda we heard about it. But is it really going to be?
Actually, when in UK, this is a very big campaign in schools, especially on meals. They are reducing meals containing meat, beef and mutton.
Yes.
And why they are stopping it, that is the reason. So is it possible here? Of course, many people are worried. Hati enyama owaza hanyama enyama omanya enyama obuhabugenye orule enyama entomizi hanyama aho so enyama itubalizeho teri nyama yona. Teri nyama yona. Eri nyama eyente hamuna yaki na yentama. Habokube ebisole ebyo niyo biretereza muno. Niyo bireducing oruoya. Hibyo bitekaho buchweke 10 katonyeza 5 ha 10 ha gasege yegenda nkaha mu mwanya haiguru. So okwe habuza kirasoboka kitta. Abantu baitu bene kumanyisibwa.
Okay.
Bene kumanyisibwa. Ebintu byona tozaro bimanyira bitogena no bimanya. Bagamba kusoma tukoraki tukwayo. Mbintu ebimu nka personal development or personal growth haba mukwega bulikiro egekiyaka bulikiro egaki ekiyaka bukuba nanyo nyama nkoraki ngiriya nayo ogiya tiniku.
Actually I like it so much.
Obo mukoku muzayate is akajana akavuero soka korora kozireki but tuine enyama endi nkeye mbuzi yege hakire gonze mbuzi ni sana mune ntama baitu specifically amani tugateka ntama hamanaki nente tuine ye nkoko tusakuriye nkoko ntusobora kuriya proteins kuruga mbihimba baitu yente tusikoreki tujikehiyeho abahuliriza mukusobora kuba mukusakwe kaguzaho kiruka kimuhabwaki ebicoke bimwe bibarundira mwente muno biba byomere karamoja
Yeah, actually, yeah, talk about that.
Yes,
briefly.
you go to Kenya. So it is one of the contributors. Gonze are other factors as related in a livestock. Soil erosion, zero grazing, will destroy vegetation. Ebyona biroho, but aroho kitu bitakurora. Ngu in the process mundia yente hamune entama. Erugase erugamu embi muno yegenda nesisaki. Nesisa nereta heat moons.
So we have had very many things, aspects that can cause climatic change. Kandi nimanya nti itwabahuririza hina kantu hachira kacha akitwapekingamu habokuba twagezaho kwesa endimi nyingi nitumanya that it is going to go wide. Tuna ntuza kwetegereza ntabwachi enyama bariyo ni bakorachi ni bagistopinga abokwa netereza climatic change empinduka yachi eyobwire. Yes, so kiwe like nkuba agirangu they are campaigning it. So you wali kulaba that it's right. Is it right really like to stop meat consumption according to you? Aboko anka bahuliriza nibenda kwayo nabo nkabo enchwa mwe yabo bagire no, we can't stop eating what meat because they like it so much. Actually habujenyi no shanga yente, and it is the niyo obanchi gambe nachi niye nyama ibali korachi. So omuntu nikiza kumubera kizibu, trust me kugira sonkiwe. What are you telling these Ugandans? Abana Uganda right now we are talking that aspect. Tunyo tugambira abana Uganda, so you wora bagambira bata they should adhere to it and live.
It is quite hard for people who are eating meat to believe this. Okay, but that is the truth. Okay. And such a things will be always found on Lincoln TV. The truth is that meat, especially cow, beef from cows and mutton from sheep, as you encourage it, okwano nimulya munenya meji, mwange muichirize ngu empinda hinduka neza kuteganisa eyo bwire neja kubera kimu. So nabwekyo obo okikirize obo gambire kwaha nikukiri. So nahabwekyo abana Uganda abagondeza abana abato kubaho mu maisoko uturatu gambire kintu kibi, it is not negotiable. It's not negotiable. Something bad is something what? Bad.
Okay.
So tarugama ngu tubireke ohiro that since it is food, it is just an advice. No kuhabura tukugama ngu hati pasha bakwate mundu bakwate chi baronda bakuyaki enyama konka no kuhabura.
Then thank you. Let me ask you then one thing. Our president is a Munyankole, not so?
True.
Entenizisibukanka. And so nihabwenchi nibaza kuzitunga because they are the people with them, and is the person to the company,
and it is even.
So I'm wondering how is it going?
And milk is one of the.
Of course, something is starting actually from above. So how is it going to happen? Yeah, this one it is like a secret. Ugandans. Museveni is a Munyankole, and the cows are from where?
From Ankole.
So are we going even to stop layering them? Actually, what are we going to do then?
That's what people have been talking about. When you tell people that please leave swamps, isn't it? But they will tell you we need to eat. We don't have land. That is the land available for us to do what? To grow food. Elitaka ndio liroho tusamiri kulima mwemera. Hatuleka kulya. Tikini kokiri. Isn't it? So we need to do what we call sustainable agriculture.
Okay.
Sustainable what? So when we meet again, we are going to talk about sustainable agriculture. I'm getting it. Because indeed, it is a source of income. In fact, milk is becoming one of the great exports. Isn't it? And so even our president said
economic activity of Ankole is coming to an end. So should we say like that? So guys,
we shall come up with sustainable agriculture.
So they will start layering actually maybe pigs now. Then because then Museveni has to come out and talk about it also, because that's what we really need, because we have also to maintain that, because climate change can cause how can I say tulebirense nyingi nituleba empinda inuka yobwire nereta ebizibu binjo musi, and we don't want it to happen in Uganda. So as we are finalizing niyendofuna yobugambo briefly obora basagambira abantu abakabahurwa mu ramagwitu, they have got if I'm not mistaken, they have understood whatever we have said.
Okay.
Yes.
Abana Uganda, our president is always talking about being patriotic, loving yourself, and then loving the country.
The country.
And when you love the country is full of people. And the people we are talking about that are affected by climate change is us and our children, our future generation. If we want our future generation, we have to pay attention to climate change. We need to make thorough research about it. And we look at what are the mitigating factors. What are we supposed to do to reduce that effect? Because we have seen it in Indonesia. We are seeing it in Kenya. They are talking about floods last time. Very many places. So let us not wait for it to spread and reach us. We already have it, but let us not wait to worsen, so that we do what we respond. Okay, but that is the fact. In Irtoro we say ngwa mazima gakoraki gasara, isn't it? But that is the truth. So we can reduce. We may not live, but sensitize people to reduce. Okay.
So yes, thank you, our guest of today. Thank you very much, and as Rincon TV, we are so great. Thank you for paying a visit to us. So we are leaving this in the hands of the government and its people, because we can't campaign it, but as the government headed by His Excellency Museveni, not so. Hope I'm right.
And us, of course, people, we are Uganda.
Okay. I know. So we are leaving that into the hands of the government to act on that, because we can't advocate for that. We can't tell people that to stop. No. But then it is upon you as a Ugandan, as a Kenyan, are you getting that? So it's upon you then, and as we are waiting for the government to respond, to talk about it. Okay,
then maybe when we meet again, we are going to talk about food wastage.
Food wastage.
Because it is also a very big point when it comes to climate change.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you be there, our fellow Ugandans. They repeat the same thing, that thanks for supporting Rincon TV. Subscribe, Bambi, like, then give us a comment. Don't forget to put a like there for more updates. So we meet up next time. So